All right, everybody. So, got the tractor back together last night. Put it through its paces. I'll try to got a little bit of footage of my wife driving it around. Just wanted to make sure everything that had been done to it was functional and whatnot. Cuts great, runs great, drives the hills pretty well. Does a lot better than the zero turn does. Zero turn's kind of like Bambi on ice; just slides, goes where it wants. I've seen a lot of videos on it, and aggressive tires and stuff don't seem to help that any. There's a company, I can't remember who it is, but I've been seeing ads for them, and they do rear tracked zero turns. So it's actually got a like skid steer or tank. It's got a track set on it, and that appears through advertisement to actually be somewhat functional on hills as far as zero turns concerned, but that's like ridiculous out of the budget. So, yeah, I mean, it works. It does what it's supposed to do. It's a big Alice Chamber orange tractor. It looks kind of like a Kubota because I did black offset and tangerine. I mean, that's about where it is. It's somewhere, in my opinion, it's somewhere in that Chevy orange, Hugger orange, Hemi orange, Carousel red. Yeah, technically they're different, but the color shades when you're getting them tinted and mixed up are so close together that they're all about the same. So let's see what we can look at. I brought it in the garage. I know it's not great and perfect, but I don't really want it sitting around just to rot out or rust out or anything out in the weather. So it's in the garage. Zero turns moved. The wheel's not holding air at all anymore. I bought these a while back. I'm going to try to get them on. They're supposed to be the same size as these inflatables, but the last time I tried them, they didn't fit between the spindle arms very well. But the show. This is what we got. Yeah, like I said, we took it out and mowed with it. It's dirty. Number one problem that I had to do with this, and I already ordered a different set of tires. They won't be these directional arrowed tires. They'll be a little more grippy than turf tires, but less than this. So what I did with this, one of the units came with 24 12 by 12 rear tires, while the other two units had 23 10.5 by 12 rear tires. So what I did was I found a good price for a set of 4 25-inch tall tires for a 12-inch diameter wheel, where 2 of the tires were 11 inches wide and 2 of the tires were 10 inches wide. So, yeah, I lost an inch width from the one, but only a half inch on the other. I mounted them. They fit. I don't think they look horrible. They got plenty of gap. The problem is down here in the deck. I didn't think about it at the time. With the deck raised up like it is now, they rub. I don't know. I don't have enough light maybe, but yep, they just catch the lip and they rub the lip. Now when the deck's on the ground, it's absolutely fine. There's no interference. There's nothing going on with it. Yeah, we got some of those paths that were needing cut, and they had 4-foot tall grass. So I got to back this up and run the leaf blower across it and get all this out. We got big bushy beard in the front too. Yeah, everything worked. Yeah, see, everything works. It's not horrid. Looks okay enough. No, I probably didn't take a lot of footage or anything prior to painting, like you kind of want people to do when you're on the internet and they're showing you all the junk they build. But it basically looked just like this green one here. The decals were in a little better shape. Ooh, it's extra bright and sunny. But yeah, I mean, just stained and disgusting and everything else. So that's where we're at. That's what I got. Gonna use this to mow. Like I say, I got tires on order. They should be here next week, so I'll swap those out. But for the time being, it does work. It's functional, and it'll make a really great mower. Does exactly what we needed. I did the math for a buddy of mine because he was talking to me about it, and I thought I was kind of wasting my time redoing these, and I probably am. Don't get me wrong, I probably am. But I went through and did the rough numbers on it. For all 3 units, I paid $600. So basically, $200 a unit. They all were functional, but they needed heavy work. Now, bare minimum work to do to these was carburetors. Let's see, I'm going to switch the camera back over. So bare minimum work to do to them was they all need carburetors, they all need fluid changes, they all need tune-ups. None of them needed belts. They all needed blades. None of the mower decks had good blades. All the mower decks needed some level of repair. All the tires are bad. If I had stayed with turf tires instead of going with more aggressive tires, the tires would have been less expensive. And the front tire set, I want to say, was around $80 for the pair, but they're a little bit bigger than normal. They're not by much. They're like an inch different, and I just wanted to keep the physically larger tire set than dropping down to the smaller ones that came with it. I think like normally it comes with like a 6-inch, and these are like 7.5. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head. But back to the point. So I'm in them. I'm in this unit roughly $700. So $200 a piece because it took $600 to buy all 3 of them. And I got new carburetor, fuel lines, fluid change, filters. I did the hydrostat filters, or filter. I ordered a multi-pack, but I did the hydrostat. I did the PCV stuff. I did new blades on the deck. I put new deck belts on it. The drive belt, the actual like hydrostat drive belt, was in really good shape. It looked like it had been replaced in the last probably 2 or 3 seasons. So I left that on there, but the other ones were a little worse for wear, especially the main pulley drive, the actual PTO engagement belt onto the deck. I don't know how somebody got it on there the way they did, but it was twisted up in like 3 places, and I don't know. I just got rid of it and put new belts on it. But like I say, I'm about $700 in. That's paint, that's parts, that's everything. In this area right now, in this climate, market, whatever, for a halfway decent garden tractor that would be considered by probably most garden tractor aficionados to be like a heavy duty, going out and getting a John Deere, or a John Deere 314, or old Alice Chambers, or an old Harvester Cub Cadet, something like that. In this particular area, to get one that doesn't need a lot, I mean, needs basic stuff. Pretty much what I did to these. Your start buy-in is $400 to $500, and then you need blades, belts, yada 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 yada. So yes, I would have liked to have had something a little different than an AYP Craftsman tractor, and I would definitely like to have had something that had a gear drive and not a hydrostat. But beggars can't be choosers, and you take what you get, and I think overall, I'm in it for a reasonable amount of money. Sure, the paint's got more orange peel than Florida, and there are huge dents in it still that I just wasn't taking the time to get out. But I think it's okay. So sometimes, I don't know. There's probably a moral in there somewhere, and there's probably a, you overpaid and you did it wrong, and it's not the right way to do things. So you got to do what you're comfortable with. And I was comfortable doing this, and I don't think I'm in it bad. And I've already got, for the next one to work on, which will go in, we're hoping next year to have a small, like 1/4 acre, maybe 1/2 acre garden in our field. And so that one will be geared more to that. I got to pick up some single point implements to go on it. And so, I mean, that's just where it's going to be. It doesn't have a deck on it. I don't have to worry about that at all. I might actually take the PTO off of it because it's not really going to need a PTO. Fix the wiring harness here with just stuff I already had, so that didn't cost me anything. I've got tires that'll work now with the other set of tires on order that I'm going to need to use on this mower unit. I have rear tires all the way across. It's going to be another $70-$80 for the front pair. Plus, you know, the bearing upgrade to swap out from the bushings and things like that. So I don't think I'll be too bad. I think as long as I can keep, you know, if I can keep total cost, I think between the three of them, I can keep all around that $700 mark, where I'm right in there somewhere between $500 and $700 on putting them together and getting them to be usable for what I want. Because, you know, the next two, I'm not going to have to buy blades. I'm not going to have to buy deck belts and things like that. That right there is almost $100. You know, a 3 set of blades for this thing was $40, $45 on Amazon, plus two belts was another $50. I mean, you know, you got almost $100 right there. So that's going to save me on the next one. I'm going to paint all 3 of them. I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm actually considering taking the black one when I get to it. I've got some ideas for that one because I think that's going to end up being kind of a property runner. So maybe, what do they call them? Mud mowers? Been YouTubing the stuff, so I'm trying to learn, figure it out. Not familiar. I mean, I knew people that did lawnmower racing, but I'm not really familiar with these guys that are taking them out and like home building ATV type systems out of their lawnmower. That's just something new for me. But yeah, so far so good. It's decent. The cushion my wife made for the seat is functional. It's not uncomfortable in any way. Slides around a little bit. I think Mark II is going to have a fixture in the front of the cushion as well, not just at the back of the cushions. But yeah, we got plenty of time. So everybody go out, have fun, and spend your money a little more wisely than I do, probably.